Since the removal of fuel subsidy by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu APC-led administration, the cost of living, prices of products and services in Nigeria continue to increase on a daily basis. Delegate TV gathered part of this information from Ileco Agrovet and Farms Limited, a company that deals with all kinds of animal requirements, veterinary and consultancy services at Maraba in Nasarawa State. Lending his voice on how the current economic situations affect its businesses, the general manager of Ileco Agrovet and Farms Limited, Dr. John Chidebere Mgbeke, said the prices of their goods and services have increased by 150% due to removal of fuel subsidy.
This place is a veterinary business. We are into poultry, dogs, and all forms of animal requirements. We provide services as regards animal health and consultancy. Well, the subsidy removal, it has really affected the business adversely, and the cost of transportation is on the high side. And as such, in our own local capacity, we have tried to help our staff. We have provided palliatives for our staff in terms of food items and monetary values to help cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal on our staff. Despite the fact that the business is not striving as usual now, but we have to let our staff be comfortable as they are working too. So that's what we have done so far for our staff, and we are planning to do more in that regard. All the products have increased by over 150%. In fact, some products were sold as low as 4,000 naira. Now it's as high as 8 to 10,000 naira. I think this is basically due to increase in price of raw materials, because the raw materials we use in producing the feed. Right now, I know maize, for instance, in the poultry industry, maize is seriously scarce now, and a kilo of maize now goes as high as 600 or something naira. This is something that was sold at 200 or something naira as at months back. And because of this reason, the animal feed is over 70% maize, and it's a serious challenge on us. So that's why the product prices are shooting up. They are skyrocketing within a short while, and this is as a result of the subsidy removal, I guess, and including the transport. The transport, some of this feed comes as far as from Ibadan or Kaduna to this place, and in Abuja you don't have major feed mills that are into commercial. So it's a serious challenge on us, sincerely. High in the price of the fuel to transport these goods, and as such they have increased their transportation. Sometimes in the past, vets are transported down to Abuja at low as 10 naira, 15 naira per bed, but now you'll be begging the drivers to transport at 30 naira per bed, and they don't want to hear. In fact, there's a recent development that they want to increase their prices because of hype in prices of things in the market. So it's a big challenge.
Speaking further, Dr. John said the revenue and tax payment in Nasarawa State lack synchronization, adding that it was a big challenge to them.
Sincerely speaking, the revenue is not synchronized. In fact, as I'm talking to you, it's not long ago I finished a call from the revenue office, and they lack synchronization. Many revenues resemble himself, and it's a challenge. You see health, you see environmental, you see waste disposal. I thought waste disposal is supposed to be under environmental. I don't know whether you are getting my point. So it's a big challenge. They need to work on it, especially in Nasarawa State. The revenue is not synchronized, and it's a big challenge. And we won't know who is genuine and who is not genuine. Somebody can easily go and make a printout and bring it and say it's a member of the revenue, and we may go ahead and pay, and it's a loss on us. So I think we need a very serious intervention in that regard. They need to really synchronize it such that there should be a one-time payment. Once you pay it, you have paid for all the revenue. It should be synchronized in such a way that when you go to the revenue office, you pay it one-time revenue. They should now divide whatever according to each departments and what have you. So I think it's a serious challenge. Now we have paid there are more than 15 revenues different. And each of out of the 15, for instance, you have 5 that resemble. Under health, 5. Under environment, you see another 5. So it's really a challenge.
On the intervention by the government to caution the economic situation in Nigeria, Dr. John opined that government should waive off some certain import duties that will result to the reduction of prices of goods and services in Nigeria.
One, any intervention that will not be to the masses may not really go a long way. We need an intervention that will affect the general masses, and it will affect me too. So if there is a way that the government should first, in issues of raw materials as regards agriculture, the maize price generally in market, if there is a way Nigeria can waive off certain import duties and open up the import portals so that maize can come into the country, this will cushion the effect of the lack of raw materials in terms of maize, and especially also soya is another aspect. So importation of these major raw materials should be allowed at this point, since the local production cannot meet up the local demand. Again, it's a very important aspect. Then secondly, the issue of palliatives, I think is another area that needs to be looked into. But to make it affect the general masses, I think the issue of minimum wage should be looked into, so that the general masses can have the purchasing power, because the major problem now is that the price are going up, but people don't have money to buy. So if the minimum wage is being looked into and adjusted to the higher points, at least a minimum wage of about 150,000 should be approved for Nigerians, so that they can cope with the economy at this time. These are my 2 major contributions.
The general manager of Ileko Agrovet and Farms Limited, Dr. John Chidebere Mgbeke, advised Nigerians who are into poultry business to reduce the level of production in order to meet up with the current economic situation. Augustus Oche Ifene, Delegate TV, Abuja.